Lesson: Balancing privacy with law enforcement needs. Balancing privacy with law enforcement needs is a critical topic within the domain of information privacy, particularly for professionals pursuing the Certified Information Privacy Professional designation. The interplay between safeguarding individual privacy and fulfilling law enforcement's duty to protect society presents a complex challenge. This lesson explores actionable insights, practical tools, and frameworks designed to navigate this intricate balance. By examining real-world examples and applying theoretical frameworks, professionals can enhance their proficiency in managing government and court access to private information. Law enforcement agencies require access to private information to prevent and investigate crime, ensure national security, and uphold public safety. However, this need must be balanced against individuals' rights to privacy, as enshrined in various legal frameworks and societal norms. The tension between these two imperatives necessitates the development of robust frameworks that guide decision-making processes. One such framework is the privacy by design approach, which integrates privacy considerations into the design and operation of information systems and processes from the outset. By embedding privacy principles into the core of technological and policy development, organizations can better anticipate and mitigate privacy risks while still enabling necessary law enforcement access. In practice, privacy by design can be operationalized through several steps. First, organizations should conduct thorough privacy impact assessments to identify potential privacy risks associated with law enforcement access to data. These assessments involve evaluating how data collection, use, and sharing practices align with privacy principles and legal obligations. By systematically identifying risks, organizations can develop strategies to mitigate them, such as implementing data minimization techniques, ensuring data accuracy, and establishing clear data retention policies. Another practical tool for balancing privacy and law enforcement needs is the use of encryption technologies. Encryption protects data from unauthorized access while allowing legitimate users, such as law enforcement agencies with appropriate warrants, to decrypt and access information. End-to-end encryption in particular ensures that data remains secure during transmission and storage, providing a robust defense against unauthorized access. However, the implementation of encryption must be carefully managed to ensure that law enforcement can still fulfill their duties. This can be achieved through frameworks such as key escrow systems, where decryption keys are securely stored and accessible only under specific legal and procedural conditions. Moreover, establishing clear legal standards and procedures is crucial to ensure that law enforcement access to private information is conducted lawfully and transparently. Legal frameworks, such as the European General Data Protection Regulation and the U.S. Electronic Communications Privacy Act, provide guidelines for when and how law enforcement can access private data. These frameworks typically require law enforcement to obtain a warrant or demonstrate probable cause before accessing private information, ensuring that such actions are justified and proportionate. 2016-679, 18 U.S.C. 2510-2523. Furthermore, transparency and accountability mechanisms play a vital role in maintaining public trust and ensuring that law enforcement's access to private information is appropriately monitored. Organizations can implement transparency reports, which disclose the number and types of requests for data access received from law enforcement agencies. These reports not only inform the public about the extent of law enforcement access, but also provide a measure of accountability for both the requesting agencies and the organizations holding the data. Case studies provide valuable insights into the practical application of these tools and frameworks. The Apple versus FBI case serves as a noteworthy example of the challenges associated with balancing privacy and law enforcement needs. In 2016, the FBI requested that Apple unlock an iPhone belonging to one of the San Bernardino shooters. Apple refused, citing concerns about creating a backdoor that could compromise the security of all iPhone users. This case highlighted the tension between law enforcement's investigative needs and the broader implications for privacy and security. Ultimately, the FBI was able to access the phone through a third-party solution, underscoring the importance of developing technical and legal solutions that respect both privacy and law enforcement objectives. Statistical data further illustrates the scale and impact of law enforcement access to private information. A report by the Electronic Frontier Foundation revealed that in 2019, U.S. law enforcement agencies made over 770,000 requests for user data from technology companies, affecting millions of users worldwide. These figures demonstrate the significant demand for private information by law enforcement and the corresponding need for robust privacy protections and oversight mechanisms. In addressing real-world challenges, professionals can implement multi-stakeholder engagement strategies to balance privacy and law enforcement needs. Engaging with stakeholders, including government agencies, privacy advocates, industry representatives, and the public, can facilitate the development of balanced policies and practices. Stakeholder engagement fosters dialogue and collaboration, enabling the identification of common goals and the negotiation of acceptable compromises. In conclusion, balancing privacy with law enforcement needs requires a multifaceted approach that integrates legal, technical, and procedural tools. By adopting frameworks such as privacy by design, utilizing encryption technologies, establishing clear legal standards, and implementing transparency and accountability measures, professionals can navigate the complexities of government and court access to private information. Real-world examples and statistical data underscore the importance of these strategies in maintaining public trust and ensuring that privacy and security are upheld in equal measure. Through continuous engagement with stakeholders and adaptation to evolving challenges, professionals can enhance their proficiency in this critical area of information privacy.